fantastic. You know, I didn't get that much engagement, but her posts are really high quality. David's one of the top guys when it comes to HR, but it's very, to me, it's not my kind of stuff because it's very, you know, I fired someone today, he became the CEO of Tesla. So, you know, it's very kind of clickbait, and it's very much, you know, my time at GA, you know, GE, how he employs people. But he gets phenomenal engagement. He's got 116,000 followers. He talks about careers, very safe content, but it'll get lots of engagement, for example, as you can see here, thousands of basic comments and likes, for example. Stephanie, for example, is very polarizing. You basically either like her or you don't. She's very, basically, she will tell you basically women need to rule and men are terrible, basically. If you disagree, she'll just have you, basically. And she'll tell some of the weirdest stories on LinkedIn that even I wouldn't share on LinkedIn. Some of her posts are like, oh, really? You said that? But she's always talking about sexism in the workplace, the misogyny and that kind of thing. So she's very challenging in a kind of very Singaporean, probably not even a Singaporean kind of way, a way out there kind of way. And she does win lots of government contracts, interestingly. So she works for a lot of government organisations. So you know about obviously Davidas, basically during COVID, he and I basically did the most engaging post on LinkedIn talking about the government strategy. He talks a lot about economics. He's very thoughtful, very interesting guy. He used to work at the Ministry of Finance, which I'm sure you know. So every time I meet him, I try and get him drunk and tell me how much money we actually have in Singapore. He won't tell me. He said, that's covered by the Secret Act. I can't tell you that. I'll have to kill you. Look at Jing Jing, for example. She's also very good. She talks about entrepreneurship and women in business. Again, much safer content than mine, for example, and much safer than Andrea's, for example. So basically, she's a good example about how you get thousands of likes and millions of views by not doing controversial stuff whatsoever, just doing very thought-provoking, very interesting stuff, for example, that you guys could do. Now, so top 5 tip is only accept connections from people who can help you or you can help. Do not accept all invitations. Now, it doesn't take genius to figure out some of these people are basically complete fake. You know, they've got one connection, they look very pretty, and they're the CEO of Citibank. Or it's like in Shanghai or something, or the CEO of Citibank in Minnesota or something. It's like, you're clearly not.
So how do you know if it's not a bot?
I mean, basically, you can spot a profile. Basically, if a profile looks like it hasn't got any connections, hasn't got any content, and it's clearly wrong in terms of the way it's laid out, you can tell it's basically a bot automated. You just block those ones.
Yeah,
you just delete them.
because there's times people link you and say,
Yeah,
look, I give you 10,000.
But it's quite, yeah, just get rid of those ones. It's not worth going forward. So just ignore those ones. So you want to reach out to people who engage with your content or view your profile. That's key, because then it's easier to talk to them because they're already engaging with you. They're already basically, oh, you do the ADHD thing. Oh yeah, well, how do we work together? It's an easier sell from a partnership point of view, a volunteer point of view, a raising money point of view, because they already know what you do, because they're viewing your profile, viewing your content. Therefore, it should be an easier sell.
Would you think it's creepy of you to just something like reach out like that?
No. Why is it creepy?
I don't know, just curious.
So we do it all the time. We do it all the time. We do it for our clients. I do it every day. I spend 2 hours every single day going through every single person who viewed my profile. And I message them with my services and say, I can help you with your personal branding. Here's our services. And then if they click on the services, I get a notification from LinkedIn, I then follow up, and they become a qualified lead. And that's all because they've seen my content, or they've come to me through the personal branding. They come to my profile, I can see their potential client, and they've clicked on my smart link. So basically it's a funnel all the way down, but it's driven by content. So these people are far more likely to give or volunteer or donate for you if they know about what unlocking ADHD actually does. It's the same concept basically. If they know what personal branding is, I can sell to them much more easily if they don't know what personal branding is, for example. Now let's have a look at some of your profiles. Yes. So, Moonlake, basically the cardinal sin on your mobile, this is what it looks like on your mobile. Look, you can't see them. Also, how am I expected to read any of these or even click on any of these? You can't click on a banner, it doesn't work on LinkedIn. So I would advise you to get rid of all these if you can't read them. Get rid of that. Move that across that side of things and check it on the mobile first. You must check the mobile, otherwise this happens. The picture becomes bigger. Because this to you looks great on the laptop, but 60% of people are not looking on the laptop, looking on the mobile, so change it. But the rest of it's fantastic, because you do have the link in there to the website, which is obviously here, which all of you ideally should have on your profile at some point. And you do that by going to edit your profile, and then down the bottom, you put link in there, you put the name in there. Do not put the link, what the link is there, www. Because obviously that's just ridiculous. Put in what the name is exactly what Moonlake's done there, resources on ADHD in Singapore. So what she's done is she's changed that link to basically the live text there. So basically then people go, oh, that's interesting. I'll click on that, go to the website. And that's right on her profile here, right here. So you can see, banner, picture, this is what she does. These are her creator mode hashtags, parenting, ADHD, volunteerism, neurodiversity, making a difference. And then she's got the website there. And that's the point. She's gone from that to that to that. You can click on that, go to the website, and then hopefully you volunteer, you donate, you become a partner, for example. So that's really, really key. And then basically the rest of it's fantastic, providing services. It's what as we've talked about before, the rest of you don't have that. Diversity and inclusion, healthcare consulting, career development coaching, business consulting, for example. So that's brilliant. Because then in the search it comes up, people go, oh right, she does that. Oh, that's interesting. And then she has the featured section, as you can see, and she updates it on a regular basis. As you can see, it's a very engaging post, getting lots of nice engagement. People then know about her brand, what the company does, and so forth. And then even here, for example, mostly posted. This one's a repost. I'll forgive you that one, though. She did posts around it. And then unlocking ADHD, you will see that you have the old company name in, because what LinkedIn does, it doesn't refresh it. So what I mean by that is, the company actually says, empowering ADHDers and their families to live to the fullest. But because you did that before I told you to do it, basically, it doesn't refresh. So all you do is you go back into that and just refresh it, and it comes up with a proper slogan. And then she has the website in, which is fantastic, because it means